So, to start things off, we all had to read a book called Second Chances. It was written by none other than Chuck Gallagher. It is based off his criminal past and the consequences he had to face due to them. It is quite a tale to behold, as it is full of information and lively experiences, thanks to things such as forgiveness and pity on Chuck's behalf. And you might ask, what does that have to do with me? Well, I'll tell you, there was a certain part within the book that deeply resonated with me, as well as influenced me because of my past experiences. That part was when he was talking with a psychiatrist on the phone. Last I recall, it was his 8th call with a doctor, and we're all considering his depressive state due to his consequences of his actions from his criminal past. After Chuck tells his doctor about him wanting to commit suicide due to his consequences, his psychiatrist responds with this sentence: "You have made a mistake, but you are not one." At first I didn't really give it much thought, but after looking back to it, I've realized it has a greater value to me because of these experiences I've had in the past. Now, Chuck and I have very different situations that we're drawing from. He's committed multiple felonies regarding finances, and I've done, thankfully, nothing close to that. But the quote still applies to my situations as well. For example, I used to be picked on a lot growing up, both mentally and physically. And I used to have low confidence as well as a terrible stutter to go with it. Normally people grow out of these things, but the stutter just sort of stuck with me for a while. And while it wasn't a big problem in that first instance, it became a much larger problem over time. I'll give you an example as to where a stutter isn't exactly the best thing. For example, first impressions, interviews, meeting new people in general, it's not exactly the best thing to have, especially when you want to have a engaging conversation with somebody. And over time, it becomes quite tiring. Not to manage, it's quite damaging to the self-esteem. But after reading that quote, I've come to realize that I'm not a mistake due to my shortcomings. Even if I made plenty of mistakes as well as other people have, I'm still not one. And thanks to this book, I've gained confidence in myself for realizing my potential. And due to that, I can start focusing on becoming a more productive member of society and find out what kind of person I want to be. Thanks for sitting down and listening to this. Hope you have a good one.